Welcome, guys. We are checking in with some weekly tarot tips. And for those of you who are just getting to know us,
I'm Heather.
And I'm David.
From ZenRoseGarden.com,
home of Zen Ed Academy. So we built Zen Rose Garden in 2008 to help people through some of the hardest traumas and emotional upsets of life. If you have any questions as we go, drop them in the comments. Time to play the emoji game. For those of you that already know how to play, get ready. For everyone else, here is how it goes down. As we go through the tip of the day, you pick the emoji that you think fits best, and we will pick our favorite at the end to pull a card for the winner.
Guys,
and we're in Vegas and we love winners.
We stay up on the news every day just to see what's going on. But we live about a block from Fremont Street and downtown where there's a lot of protests. So we hear stuff going off and happening. And so we just kind of, stay mindful. So we need this grounding moment with you guys as much as you might need it with us. So It's a two-way street. But so I want to start with a question, because this whole world thing, which we all know the tarot is about the event of human experience, right? Not that it's more than an event, but I want to start with a question for you guys, because this is what I see and what I woke up this morning with in my mind. Without Googling, who can name in the comments the 4 cardinal virtues? Okay, this might be a term you might not even have heard of, but it's an old concept. But the 4 cardinal virtues.
Put some context to that.
Okay.
4 cardinal virtues that hold society together.
So exactly. So these are 4, and I'll tell you a little bit about it. And if you don't know what they are off the top of your head, just try to guess. I'm going to tell you what they are at the end, but I just want you to kind of guess. What are those 4 cardinal virtues that we're not seeing out there in abundance right now? And do you have those within yourself in a strong way? And I'll give you a hint. Those 4 cardinal virtues are in the tarot. Okay.
Boom.
So the 4 cardinal virtues are 4 characteristics that a long time ago, people were taught regularly. Like you go to kindergarten and you learn the 4 cardinal virtues, right? And these are 4 virtues that David said hold society together. Because we're a chaos and a hot mess without some sort of
structure,
moral compass,
ethical
structure. So, and sometimes we buck against that. Like, you can't tell me what to do. They're rules, they're rules. It's not about rules. It's about structure. It's about ethics. It's about kindness. So,
and I love the honesty. Ernest says, never heard of 4 cardinal virtues. And that's why we're educating you guys today.
That's great.
And stay happy. Strength, courage, faith, joy.
Oh, you're
awesome.
You're pretty damn close.
Awesome.
Okay, so these are 4 cardinal virtues that give our impetuous humanity some structure and safety. Here's the caveat. Regardless, it's not really a caveat, it's just a highlight. Regardless of how you believe, regardless of politics, regardless of religion, regardless of race.
Right.
Okay.
The 4 cardinal virtues are what philosophers over centuries of observing human behavior, like we are seeing right now, named as the ethics code for the human mind to get us through existence without chaos.
So philosophers for centuries always knew that we're never ever going to agree on the same set of what we believe in, because we're different, we're unique, we're diverse, we're supposed to believe different things. But these 4 cardinal virtues allow us to talk about what we believe in peace and not in chaos. So,
and I love Ms. French says, love, faith, hope, trust. Definitely, I'm loving these ones. I am absolutely loving these ones.
You guys are making my heart sing right now, because it's my people that like give me faith in the human race. Because honestly, the negative tends to speak louder in the short term than the positive.
And speaking of that, let's talk about strength versus force.
Right. So this is what I want to talk about today, because we see all of the chaos and it's loud, right? And the anger and the hate is loud. But anger can be a force for good if you channel it in a positive way, in the right way. Right. And we talked about hate, because hate is not the same as anger. Anger can be a force for the positive, or anger can become toxic. That's a different topic. But we're talking about strength versus force.
Right.
And this card's been coming up a lot, strength card. So strength is one of the 4 cardinal virtues. Okay. So I think someone dropped strength, stay happy. Strength is definitely one of the 4 cardinal virtues, but let's talk about what that is. Strength versus force. You got the woman on the card and she's closing the mouth of the lion. In some tarot cards, she's opening the mouth of the lion. So it really doesn't matter. The point of strength is that it's grace under pressure.
Right.
It's not force. Okay.
Right. And force creates resistance. Whenever somebody pushes against something, it creates a pushback. That is not strength. Strength is a solid beingness that you don't have to continue proving yourself by beating somebody down, for example.
That's not
force is beating somebody down. Strength is having a conversation.
So force is when you see the strength card in reverse. Okay, I'm going to talk about this in a second. So I've always believed the theory that your true character shows up in times of crisis or trauma.
Yes.
It's easy to put on the face of kindness and niceness and I'm a good spiritual person.
When it's all good.
When the world's at peace. But when the world goes to shit in a minute, you got to check yourself, right?
When shit goes down,
your true character shows up, regardless of how you believe. Your true character shows up. Are you going to show up with love and kindness, regardless of if we believe in 2 different things? If we believe in that there's a conspiracy, or that there's not a conspiracy, or that this is real or there's not, that's not what I'm here to argue. It's how do we show up? That's our character.
And right now we've got this entire human laboratory, and we're seeing this play out right now in our world. You're witnessing strength versus force. You're witnessing people who have that genuine strength, and you're witnessing people who don't and pretend with force.
So it really saddens me to see that. But like I said, I really hold my faith in humankind is that most people are not like that. It's that the negative, the hate speaks louder in the short term than the love. But love has to be patient. Love is patient and kind, right? That's like the age-old saying. So there is this idea that people with unresolved traumas kind of hold dear, because when you have an unresolved trauma, it bubbles out in toxicity when all of a sudden the structure of society is unstable. You can't hold yourself stable.
And this idea is dysfunctional. It doesn't do well for you.
But the idea is this, that when everyone out there believes the same way, you can finally have peace. That's a clear indication that you have unresolved trauma.
Right.
Can you be peace in the middle of the storm?
When everybody else gets on board, then I'll be good.
Yeah. So normally in my normal, I don't watch politics. It's not my game to play. I have my own ethical code, but I believe that you can do what you want to do. Current events, I don't watch those current events every single day. My mom would be glued to CNN every day of her life. And it was just too much. These days I do a check-in because I think it's important to just take a pulse, check the pulse of society, what's going on, and then handle my shit. But character is now showing up to the party in a big way. Right. And bad or good.
Right. And that's the thing. We see all kinds of cruelty and rage that are drowning out kindness and conversation.
And that, in short, is both sides of the strength card. Like I said, these 4 cardinal virtues
you got the right side up and the upside down, and they're both being played out.
These 4 cardinal virtues are critical to the tarot journey, and they're in there, and we don't really talk about them that much in tarot because tarot's become popularized. Well, it's tarot through the 600 years of tarot has always had 2 sides: the popular fortune telling stuff, and then the philosophical, real life nuts and bolts of what tarot is at the bottom of it. So that's both sides of the strength card. And you can show grace under pressure and de-escalate situations so that you can conversate. You can diffuse and resolve a conflict. Or reversed, the strength card is your pride, your ego, self-preservation, fear and suspicion. You can't resolve a conflict because you're yelling too loud. So fear and suspicion cause you to resort to force and abuse of power. That's the strength card reversed.
So we're not here to tell you what to believe and what not to believe in the news. We all see truth through our own filters and our own experience anyway, okay? So we can't even convince you even if we tried. It's not about that at all. It is about how you respond, how you handle a situation when things go south. That is your character. How do you show up when things are not comfortable? How do you show up when things are awkward? How do you show up to any conversation? And do you keep showing up with your best foot forward, with your best self forward, learning, hoping, growing, expanding, being the real, authentic, genuine you? If you don't know something, ask, evolve, educate, learn.
Every professional negotiator
Right.
in high levels who negotiates peace between countries knows one thing: you cannot achieve peace through positional arguing. I'm right,
Yes.
I'm right, I'm right, I'm right, I'm right.
And if anybody wants to know, there's a book called Getting to Yes, written by 2 Harvard negotiators, which is an amazing book.
So we're kind of in seeing a lot of that positional stuff happening right now.
Right.
But when the way to get to peace, the professional negotiators know, is that you see what one side wants, you see what the other side wants, and you find something mutually beneficial.
Because then both sides can work towards a solution instead of digging their heels in that my position is right.
Because force creates resistance. Right. You will never win. So when you have two sides that, it's a compromise. If any of you are married, you know that you make compromises for each other. But these are not compromises where you both lose something. It's a win-win, and you create something new that you hadn't thought of before, a solution.
To me, it's not even a compromise, and especially not a compromise of character. When you're in a solid relationship, when you're in a solid communication, it is it's not compromise. It is,
you're doing something new for the good of
teamwork.
The union, teamwork. So
it's a C word, but it's not coming to me.
It,
anyway.
Okay. So here's the point. You can have different beliefs.
Right.
If you do so with kindness and mutual respect. And that is the key to the strength card.
Right.
Okay. That is the key. The world is not going to suddenly evolve into a garden paradise because we all decide to believe the same thing. In fact, it's going to get pretty damn boring.
Right. And here's the thing. It's not about everybody believing the same thing. It's about, can you communicate with somebody else who has a different opinion without letting your negative character take over, bringing your positive character to the table?
So the world will become peaceful when we stop trying to forcefully convince others that our viewpoint is the truth and start celebrating the diversity of belief.
Yes.
When we do that, we sort of lose that urge to hurt each other and cause chaos. I mean, a lot of things fall away that are not needed. 5-year-olds can do this.
At least until we teach them
to hate.
Right. So why can't we?
Right. 5-year-olds can do this. You see them doing it all the time. What do you believe in? What do you believe in? And they're not doing, pistols at dawn. I've seen 5-year-olds. I've been that 5-year-old who's curious about what another person believes. Strength card, in a word, is grace under pressure. And I wanted to bring this up about the 4 cardinal virtues because in the world of popular tarot, most tarot readers don't understand that the cardinal virtues sort of hold the tarot together. So strength, not force.
Once again, strength, not force.
Another word for strength is fortitude. And that's kind of the old school word for it. Fortitude basically means, and I'm voting to bring back the 4 cardinal virtues. Okay. Let's teach them in school because they have nothing to do with religion, race, politics, or any of that.
Right.
So another definition for fortitude or strength is courage in the face of great crisis.
Courage in adversity.
And society unravels when we lose these virtues.
Yep.
I want to explain briefly what the 4 cardinal virtues are.
4 cardinal virtues. Ready for it?
They are strength or fortitude. They are, guess what? Temperance. Okay. And temperance is about that, not compromise, but how can we balance the situation? What do you want? What do I want?
Balance the partnership.
How can we come out of this where it's mutually beneficial? I like to call, some of you who follow us know that I like to call the temperance card turning water into wine card, because you're making a situation better by communicating, conversation. The water's flowing into each cup, right? So you are united, you are one with each other, you're all part of the stream of life. That's what temperance is about.
And that does not mean to give up on your beliefs.
Right.
That's just about, okay, let's have this conversation. Let's go back and forth.
The third cardinal virtue is justice. And justice is about when there is something that is definitely wrong, that we're going to bring it to rights as a society.
Right.
And also justice within yourself on a personal level. I see this belief that I'm off about. I see that I'm judging and I didn't realize that I was so biased. It's bringing justice within yourself and rating your own personal wrongs. So those are 3 of the 4 cardinal virtues. The 4th one is prudence. And prudence is not named in the tarot, but it's an Easter egg within the tarot. I'm not going to tell you which card it is. If someone wants to take a stab at it, it's probably not one you thought of, but it is specifically not named within the tarot for mystical reasons. But I'll tell you what prudence is. Prudence is about not being wasteful. I'll tell you what it is, and then I want you to take a stab at what major arcana you think prudence is.
Right. What card do you think is the prudence card?
And it's a major arcana card. Obviously, it's not one of these 3. So prudence is your ability as a human to not waste. Your ability as a human to make the most of what you have been given. Make lemonade out of lemons. Make the best good out of a situation. To be wise with your resources. To know that you know. So it's a wise person that uses their resources wisely.
And good stab, stay happy, says the Fool. Drop your stab at the card you think it might be in the comments. We will tell you what that card is in just a moment.
I'm not going to tell you who it is first, but the Fool is a good stab.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
The Star.
Great
awesome.
Answers.
You guys have got amazing answers. So drop your pick of which card would the prudence card be. Boom. And yep. Okay, so the winner of the emoji game today happens to also be the winner of
who the prudence card is?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so Ernest, you nailed it.
Nailed it.
The prudence card in the tarot is the Hermit, because the Hermit, he knows what he knows, or she knows what he knows. The Hermit is.
She knows what he knows.
She knows what she knows, right? So the Hermit,
she knows what he knows too.
The Hermit has gotten where the Hermit is because the Hermit hasn't wasted resources. The Hermit is wise with their resources. The Hermit is like, you can believe whatever you want to believe. But here's what I believe in. If you want to come listen to me and want to hang out, that's cool too. We'll have a good conversation about it. And the funny thing is the Hermit carries the star in his lantern, right? Yep. So the star is sort of kind of a little side. I love that someone put the star because the Hermit has received the wisdom. The Hermit has an open, empty cup all the time to receive wisdom and is willing to talk about it, but is not combative, is not trying to fight you or convince you of their beliefs. But I love it. I love it. I love that so much.
I knew it. Ernest, you are our winner.
Ernest, I pulled this card for you. It's the Ace of Swords.
And we're going to drop it right now.
We like to talk about the aces as the beginning of something because one is like a fresh start. It's a new beginning. It's all of that. And the swords are coming up for so many people nowadays because we don't have time for, a lot of the fluff. It's time to just cut away the BS and get to the heart of the matter. So the Ace of Swords is also about going after your crown without any distractions, without any thing. It's sort of about cutting away the distractions. So for you,
getting straight to the point, not letting anything distract you or get in the way of rising up on your own.
So for you, it may be a time to just kind of like, it's time for no BS in my life right now. I see clearly where my crown is. I see clearly what I want to get. It is time for no compromise.
I can see clearly now. The rain is gone.
I just kind of knew that was coming.
Of course.
So for you, it's about get the sword out, take your crown, take your victory, whatever that is for you in your life. The swords sort of are talking about the BS in life that we have to deal with. It could be that you've come up against a situation where you need to, it's like act or you're done. It's time to act.
That is shit or get off the pot.
Right, I didn't want to say that, but David said it for me.
I did.
It is time to act. And if you do not act, you do not achieve. So the
step forward with solid strength and dedication in your alignment.
Right. So I feel like This is when the Ace of Swords comes up for us. It's like, are you ready? Are you ready? Because
really
it's
ready?
go time.
Yes, that is probably the best way.
It's SEAL Team 1 time. It's like
go time.
It's like, get your sword out. We're going.
That's SEAL Team 6, I
SEAL
believe.
Team 6. Okay, so wow, I just biffed that. So I needed okay.
Vanessa says, "You're so funny, David."
Yeah. So I hope that resonates with you.
And Ernest says, yes, there are many new beginnings happening for me presently.
Take your crown.
Absolutely. Take your crown. Step in, own it, go time.
Also,
do your stuff. Don't get distracted.
Also, Ernest, here's a little.
Oh, I'm ready.
Extra download. You're a king. Okay. And I'm getting, this is like emotional, some kind of emotional hit for me. You're a king. Don't let anyone tell you that you are not.
Right.
But there are so many examples of kings in the world right now that are corrupt kings and kind kings.
Right.
Be the kind king is the strength card.
Right.
The king that is strong. And I think someone said recently in the news, don't confuse kindness with weakness, because kindness is so strong. And I think the Dalai Lama said, kindness is my religion.
Yes.
Kindness should be our world religion, because with kindness, we can do no harm to each other.
Right.
We all need to.
But that takes presence.
That takes justice, temperance, strength, and prudence. It takes those 4 cardinal virtues. And if we can embody those within ourselves, and that's why I wanted to talk about the 4 cardinal virtues today, because it's such an old, quaint, sweet, antique, old-fashioned set of values, but it's not.
Right.
Let's bring it back. Okay. So let's make it hip again. So
you're funny.
I'm just saying. So I hope that resonates with you. And I want you to be the king that you are.
Yes.
The king that we all want.
Step into it. Ernest says, amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you guys for hanging out with us.
I'm so glad.
We do want to take a quick moment to tell you about that offer to join our online community, where our Zen heads hang out and where we get crazy.
Are we going to have a girl fight right now?
Yeah. Oh my God, you just did that. Where we teach all of our courses, including our comprehensive tarot course.
So what is it? Zen Ed Academy was this idea that grew from our love of teaching workshops in Las Vegas since 2008. We wanted to go bigger and decided to create something online and global.
We put all our education, our experience, and our good mojo into creating a safe space.
Not just the same copy and paste stuff that is everywhere you search.
Right. And if you want in, we made it easy to access not just one class, but over 21 seriously deep PhD-backed courses to binge on to your heart's content.
Plus all the lifetime replays.
Be sure to check that out in the description. And since you guys have watched this far, be sure to check out all of the goodies we've got for you. There's a link in the description below, a whole bunch of free stuff for you down below. If you like this video,
hit the like button.
Hit it hard. And if you want to see more videos like this,
be sure to subscribe.
And spank that bell to turn notifications on,
so you're the first to know
when we drop a new video
or go live.
And we know that time is a valuable and precious resource. Yes. And the fact that you guys have chosen to spend with us that time, we honor and appreciate that. But most importantly, that you are here to level up your life, your skills, and take everything to a whole new level. We absolutely honor and appreciate that even more. Thank you guys for watching. Now it's time to check out these videos over there and over here and over here and over here and over here. Somewhere over here. Or check them out down there. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.